Howdy, Cowboys Nation. If you're as passionate about staying ahead of the game and being the first to catch all the breaking news about our beloved Dallas Cowboys, then subscribing to our channel is an absolute must. Your support means the world to us, and it's what fuels our dedication to delivering the freshest updates directly from the heart of the action in Dallas itself. So, before we dive into the latest news, make sure you've subscribed and turned on notifications. Your subscription is vital in helping us reach our goal of 11,000 subscribers. Alright, let's get into it. Recently, ESPN released a harmless little summertime killer, the top 25 players of the 21st century, but it shined a rough light on the Cowboys. This list, averaging one player per year, highlighted a flaw in our beloved team that many of us hadn't even recognized. Despite the Cowboys' storied history, their representation on this list was almost non-existent. Randy Moss, a player the Cowboys once considered drafting, checked in at number 5. Adrian Peterson, who once told Jerry Jones he wanted to become a Cowboy, was number 18. That's about as close as Dallas got unless you want to count LaDainian Tomlinson at number 20, who played college ball in Fort Worth. Terrell Owens got a mention among the first 5 out, but he spent just 20% of his career in a Cowboys uniform. This isn't exactly breaking news for a franchise that has turned the NFC Championship game into an impossible quest for the last 28 years. Still, it's shocking to see in writing that no one gets a mention on such a comprehensive list. If you wanted to really fly the flag of Cowboys Nation, you could fight for Zach Martin or Jason Witten deserving a spot, but those would both be long-shot arguments. Only one offensive lineman made the list, Cleveland tackle Joe Thomas, famous for never missing a play in his career, and Witten is chasing 3 more decorated tight ends in Rob Gronkowski, Travis Kelce, and Tony Gonzalez. Given that there are only 3 running backs and 2 wide receivers on the list, it wouldn't make sense to squeeze in a 4th tight end for Witten's sake. Now, let's take a trip down memory lane. What would a list of top players from 1975 to 1999 look like? It's hard to imagine any of Dallas triplets from the 90s not making it. Throw in defensive tackle Randy White, who would be an automatic pick. We won't even get into the half-point Dallas might add for part-time Cowboys Deion Sanders or Charles Haley. Going back further to 1950 to 74, defensive tackle Bob Lilly and defensive back Mel Renfro are automatic picks from the original Doomsday defense. Hall of Famer linebacker Chuck Howley and wide receiver Bob Hayes would at least deserve honorable mention from that era. And consider the fact that the Cowboys didn't even exist for the first 10 years of that period. Then they were handed retreads and given no draft picks in 1960. Tom Landry, Tex Schramm, and Gil Brandt did exactly that and built a legacy. So, it's remarkable that the Cowboys could make the playoffs 11 times in the last 25 seasons without a single player that could fairly be called a superstar. Martin comes the closest, but it's hard for a guard or center to make these lists. Now, Cowboys Nation, I want to hear from you. Do you think Zach Martin or Jason Witten should have made ESPN's top 25 players of the 21st century list? Drop a Y for yes or an N for no in the comments section below. And don't just vote, let us know why you feel that way. Your opinions matter, and we love hearing from you. Looking to the future, what does this mean for our team? By 2030, could we see any Cowboys players making a top 30 list? Micah Parsons could slide onto that list if he continues at his current pace. But even Parsons has competition from Cleveland's Myles Garrett, Pittsburgh's T.J. Watt, and the 49ers' Nick Bosa. Nothing is automatic about his being the next pass rusher added to this list. Could CeeDee Lamb carve out his own spot? It's possible, but he's up against Minnesota's Justin Jefferson, Miami's Tyreek Hill, Cincinnati's Jamar Chase, and others. And what about Dak Prescott? It's not a shot at Dak to say he's not making this list without winning a couple of Super Bowls between now and 2030. All 6 quarterbacks on the current list have won at least 1 Super Bowl and 1 MVP award except for Drew Brees, who never captured an MVP honor but did win a Super Bowl and threw for 80,000 yards. The Giants' Eli Manning, who won 2 Super Bowls, and Baltimore's Lamar Jackson, a 2-time MVP winner, missed the cut. These lists are for the elite only. In any other 25-year period, the Cowboys command a considerable presence, seats at the head of the table. This century, they need to borrow someone's past just to get in the door. Let's compare some Cowboys legends to today's players. Do you think Micah Parsons has what it takes to be listed among the greats like Randy White or DeMarcus Ware? Drop a Y for yes or an N for no in the comments section below. And while you're at it, tell us who your favorite Cowboys legend is and why. We love hearing your stories and memories of the greats who wore the star. Now, let's talk about the current roster. Zach Martin and Tyron Smith have been pillars of our offensive line, but do they get the recognition they deserve? And what about our rising stars? Could players like Trayvon Diggs or Tony Pollard make a future list if they continue to perform at a high level? I want to hear your thoughts, Cowboys Nation. Who on our current roster has the potential to become a future legend? Share your picks in the comments, and let's get a conversation going about the future of our team. And remember, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and enable the notification bell. Your subscription is very important to us and helps us bring you more great content. We appreciate every one of you in our Cowboys community. Before we wrap up, let's consider the potential of our current team. With players like Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, and Dak Prescott, the future looks bright. But we need more than just potential, we need championships. It's time for our team to step up and reclaim its place among the elite. So, Cowboys fans, what do you think? Are we on the right track? Will we see our players dominate future lists and bring home the Lombardi Trophy? Head down to the comments section and let us know your thoughts. And don't forget to participate in our community poll about who you think will be the next Cowboys legend. Thanks for tuning in to Cowboys News TV. We'll be keeping an eye on this story and updating you with any new developments. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any breaking news. Your support helps us grow and reach our goal of 11,000 subscribers. We appreciate every one of you in our Cowboys community. Until next time, go Cowboys!